for all that means.
We should address Nigerian problems. We should not.
Our lens every Monday to Friday by 9:05 a.m. as women across Nigeria tackles trending issues, one honest, thought-provoking discussion at a time. Because when women speak, the world listens.
Yes, definitely the world has to listen because we have sweet voices and, we are women. I like that smile on Fumi's face, like, yeah. All right, this is our lens right here on your Women Radio WFM 91.7. An amazing morning to you. If you're just joining us for the first time this morning, it's 8 minutes after 9. This is the Boxing Day, and I hope that you had a very wonderful and celebratory Christmas. You were able to have fun with family, with friends, because it's a day to be with family. It's a day to have, that family gathering, and you look at all of the family you have and just say, God, thank you, for your birth that has made us all want to come together. It's like God was thinking about it right from the day one that these people that they're going like this, as the year go by, they're going to all separate. So I need a time that will bring all of them together. And then, there was Christmas. But hey, at the end of the day, we thank God for having all of them around. So yes, this is Harland right here on Your Women Radio WFM 91.7. My name is Rose Yusuf Kaiser, and I have the one and only Elifumi J with me this morning. So Fumi, after I finished calling you troublemaker, I was speaking with my husband and I said, I have to call Fumi. It's like you're the one that is the one, you're the one that likes the trouble. Because I don't understand how you're calling somebody troublemaker and you will not allow me to drink water and drop.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much, sir. God will bless you.
I'm like, hey,
God will increase you, sir.
I was like, what are you doing the program this morning?
You listen, Daddy. God bless you, sir. God increase you, sir. Your business will not burn. You will receive promotion. Thank you, sir. I appreciate it.
So probably we could all have some element of trouble, but some people's own is higher than others. So I'll just leave it at that.
I keep talking again about it. I'll send your husband to you. Don't worry. He's coming.
All right, so this is our lens, and of course we're still in the Christmas celebration mood. If you have chin chin, good for you. If you don't have chin chin, fine. If you have chim chim, because there's chim chim and there's chin chin. There is, so they are the ones, because the chim chim are the ones that can your teeth, and the chim chim will be struggling. We don't know which one is going to crack which, but it's all good. If you have fried chicken or if you have fried what again will I call it? Because of some kind of fried meat, when you look at them, be like, I think I'll just pass. But it's all good. At the end of the day, just something to chew on, and there's family, there's laughter, the whole room is filled with love. You get to appreciate yourselves. So yeah. That's what this season is about. That's what this period is about. That's what we all have to, and that's why I think a lot of people look forward to the Christmas, because everybody goes around to hustle. After that first week of January, by 5th, everybody, in fact, by the 3rd, everybody's trying to go back to hustling. Everybody's trying to go back to one thing or the other that he or she has been doing. To keep going. So yeah, Christmas is like that time where everybody gets to gather around, everybody gets to come around. No matter how far you are, you have to find your way to get there so that you're able to spend with family and friends. And if you're not able to do so this year, please don't take it to heart. Don't get overworked about it. Sometimes things happen that way. You just never can tell. It was the insecurity that has caused it, or it was maybe the financial burden. That's because some people will tell you that it's better I send them the transport fare that I will use to go and see them than to be on the road myself, because I don't have that much to spare. So, it's all good. It's all good, yeah? Probably next year things will be better. And again, you don't have to sometimes wait for Christmas to be with your family and friends. Maybe if there's a wedding that what happened mid-year or during the course of the year, maybe plan towards that. Or there is also Easter, or maybe there's one occasion that can bring all of you together. So you could just plan towards that. It mustn't necessarily be for Christmas. So yeah, happy Boxing Day, people. How many of you have received boxes? How many of you have opened boxes? Because for me, just like Fumi's kids, I don't really see the need for for the Boxing Day because, first of all, I'm not even. It's not like it was a good idea. It's not like it was the. It's not like we had it in mind growing up. So for us, it's like, well, whatever. I'm not gonna the Boxing Day. You not consign me.
Whatever makes you happy.
Exactly. So it's not like I see it and I feel some kind of way because I didn't get it. Nah, nothing of that sort. Maybe that would have affected me with Christmas clothes, but not with boxing. Nah, nothing. Maybe not children of nowadays go worry because it's
Don't
me.
worry. Mm-hmm.
It's just, can we just have another day to stay at home and just jump up and down? That's just for me. So yeah, however it comes to you, embrace it and just have a good time today. So yeah, what's your plan for Boxing Day though for me? I know we're at work and maybe after work.
I'm going to be home. I'm going to be resting. Sleep. I'm going to try to sleep. I don't know. I've been tired a lot this week. I think it's because I believe strongly that your body interprets your body when you're going through anything. Maybe you're emotionally down, whatever is your body. So you have to listen to your body. So I think that my body is just releasing the stress, maybe trauma that I felt last week. And so, because I'm just like, this is very unusual. Like, I did sleep like pregnant person. Like, very, very, no, I'm not pregnant.
Oh my God, I'm looking at it like,
No, I'm not pregnant. I know
how
the
far?
last I checked, please, I'm not pregnant. I don't think I have the emotional bandwidth for pregnancy now. So I don't. My husband confirmed to me this week that, well, okay, yeah, he confirmed. So I think that's what it is. That's probably what it is.
Yes.
Then I'm going to rest, prepare. I have an event tomorrow, so I'll prepare for my event tomorrow evening, today, tomorrow. Yeah, so I'm not.
You should tell us a bit about this event though. You should. You
I feel like
should. You should.
my event is so.
Your event is our event, so yeah.
Event I should have been talking about it, but
Mm-hmm.
basically, I believe strongly that creating spaces is important. Spaces like for instance, now her lens is a space that women really has created for people to call in, vent about issues, vent about things that affect them. And I believe that they're very, very important because we cannot go about life like not expressing ourselves if not you will bust. So the event is basically an avenue for people to come around, unwind, talk about things, relax. There'll be great music as well. This time around there'll be food. So that's really what it is. Come, unwind. And then you realize that you're not alone. A lot of people think that they're alone. You can be going through anything and then you not think that now only me waka come, now only me this thing they affect. Meanwhile, there are 10 other people who are going through the same thing. It might not be the exact same thing, but like similar. It can be like, oh, how did you get out of that situation? How did you do it? And then you get some form of wisdom or some form of help. It could even be like, oh, after let's talk. Sometimes you get relationships, out of it. I started it in 2021. Actually, when I started, I didn't even know what I was doing. But since then, I've seen the dividends, like how they say it in Nigerian government, the dividends of democracy. Yeah, I've seen
the dividend of this event, yeah.
Of this event, even with people. I've had people say, "Oh, when I came for the first one, this is what was going on with me, and this is what has happened with me after." I like talking, which I like talking about different things. I like creating spaces for people. Like, oh, okay, just giving people a shoulder to cry on, a shoulder to lean on, and sometimes people think that this thing is so big. No, in your house, it can be that kind of space that you hold. Like, are you a safe space? When people come to meet you, do they live better? That's basically what it is. So I'm excited. I'm a little bit nervous because last week took a lot from me, and I was going to cancel. I was like, I don't think I have the emotional capacity for this because even myself, I'm looking for who was going to hold my hand, right? But my sister was like, no, we're going to do it, and I'm just okay. If you say so. So now she said the ginger me. I'm supposed to ginger him, but now she did ginger me. And yeah, so I'm excited. I've got quite a few people coming. I think Fini will come, but she doesn't know. She's worried about distance going or whatever. If you come,
that was one of the things when I saw it, I was like, so it's 4 p.m. But what happens? I did not reply me up to today.
I did not reply you.
Like, did not reply me.
No, because
what happens to us?
maybe should we call Mr. Olati bring in people?
Anyway, we'll talk about that later. We'll
That's
see what
really
can be done, but
yeah.
it's a space that even me myself I need for myself, because I know that, of recent, with all of the things that somebody, or rather I went through,
Mhm.
and then you sent me a video of somebody that went through it like times three of it at the same
Mhm.
time. I'm like,
Mhm.
oh God, I think I should be telling somebody well done. So at the end of the day,
Yeah,
we're not alone in what we face.
why not alone?
If you think that you're going through something, trust me, there's somebody that is going through it, maybe times two of it,
Oh
and the
yeah.
person has survived it or is surviving it. So there's nothing that you have gone through that somebody else has not gone through. It's
And
just
it
that all
gives
of
you
us process
ginger.
things differently.
It gives you ginger to say if that person could have survived that thing, I
Yeah.
can survive it. And that's really what it is because no, people are going through. Honestly,
Mm.
people are going
Yes,
through
so.
things. And every time I speak to people, they're like, "Oh, I didn't know," and I'm always like, "Wow!" So it means that
Mm,
we're not talking enough about the things. I'm not saying overshare. Like, don't share until you feel like, oh, you want to, you know.
mm,
But at the same time, you have like trusted confidence that you can talk to and that can lift you up. And you never know, that person you told can have somebody that's gone through something similar and says,
mm,
"Oh, let me link the two of you up. Maybe you can get some strength from the person." Life is too, I think at the core of it for me, I think that life is too hard and challenging for you to go through it alone. We all need each other. That's
sure.
really what it is. We all need each
We all
other.
need each
So
other.
when people come and say, "Oh, I don't need friends, I'm going to the new year,
Mm,
no friends here," I'm just
mm,
like,
mm.
why don't President General,
Among.
among okay, we're done. Because you lie. We need people in our lives. And but you must be able to vet the kind of people that are in your lives as your life as well. So it's not just rubbish people that you bring around. And I say, my
Mm,
friends are rubbish. You self, you be rubbish person because you do not vet the people that came around you,
sure.
so that's really what it is.
And if you have plenty rubbish people around you, that makes you a rubbish person.
Yes,
You
now
yourself,
for
you be a yeah person.
oh yeah, for sure. So as you go into 2026, that's something that I've been thinking about since over the weekend. I've been telling one. I think my goal for 2026 is to have new friends. Not like my friends are bad or anything, but I want to expand my circle. Maybe that's the way I should put
Mm,
it. Right. I've been blessed with great friends, and even in women medicine I've come, I think I've met amazing people. Not everybody, but the people the
I
few
get
of
you.
you that the few of you that I've like that I'm getting close with, I'm so
Mm,
grateful. But I also still want to like expand, and this is expand the circle not because of anything, but because like there's so much of me to go around.
your mind. You have so much goodness to share around.
Not so much goodness to share out. So if yes, why not? If not, let me share. Let's and I love to meet people. I just haven't been meeting people in recent times. Like I'm just like I beg, make everybody to go.
Mm,
But yeah, that's my goal. Like meet new people, have a wider range of friends, wider circle, and yeah, that's pretty much one of my goals for next year.
All right. Let's see how that goes. So, if you want to have full information as regards to this event, you could go to the Instagram page.
Olufumi J.
Call the page. It's not within two
Oh,
fingers in the air.
it's
Ah.
I'm going to call your husband for you again. OLUFUNMI Olufumi JAY. Go on my page and see, and then maybe you can
Mm.
even tickets. You never know.
Yeah. So, yep, that is familiar. And we're super excited about this event that's coming up. Trust me, it's one that you would not want to miss because it gives you room to share, honestly. It just makes you relax and it keeps you in a better space
Oh yeah, for
for
sure.
2026. That's just it. So yeah, let's come back to her lens right here on Women Radio WFM 91.7. A couple of things to talk about. Well, feel free to let us know how your Christmas went, and again how you want us to get better on her lens. All right. So you can do so by sending us a text or your WhatsApp message to 070 317 56537 or 08155 Feel free to call in via the number 07000 or 09155 Those are the numbers to get in touch with us this morning on the program. Not forgetting our toll free number 0800 Those are the numbers to get in touch with us today. And today is Friday, but for some reason it doesn't even seem like Friday. I mean, it's because of the public holiday. I don't know. But some doesn't just seem like Friday like that, Sha. But hey,
Because
thank God
we've
it's
been
Friday.
work, that's why we've been working.
I
So
mean,
yeah. So we're not really,
mm.
really experiencing. Yesterday night I said, now wow, so I'll go to work again tomorrow. Now wow. That's it.
Well, it's all good. We love what we do, so yeah, we are always here to
We
make sure
do,
that we
yeah.
do what we do. So yeah, let's start
Mhm.
off with this particular one of I think I'll just merge two stories together because they're almost alike. Now,
Okay.
this particular one, we spoke about it, I think last week on launch vibes. So Ore was writing her exams, and so I just felt okay. So let me just join this launch vibes, let me just be a part of it, and then joined it, and that's when we started the 7 days, 7 magical days. That's last week Wednesday, yeah, last week Wednesday. So I'm actually took this one, and this lady comes out to say that baddies are winning, that there's nothing that goes wrong for them. Just like our parents said, oh, if you're a bad girl, everything will go wrong. You will come down with one illness or the other. If you're a bad girl, if all the consequences of your actions will catch up with you. You need to be calm. You don't need to be on the streets. You don't need to do this. You don't need to. So a lot of the warnings that our parents gave us, but this lady is now coming out to say, but it's not so bad for the baddies now. It's not so bad, for people, for ladies who decide to not stick with all of what their parents have advised against, because that has made them bold, that has made them street smart, that has opened their eyes. Early in love, a lot of them are traveling where they want to go to, relocating, enjoying soft life, living loud and all of that. Meanwhile, the good girls are just stuck by the sidelines. The good girls can't even get, half of what these baddies are getting, even while living the good life, the good girl kind of life. The way the whole thing looks like is okay. The good girl is one that is not a go-getter. The good one is one that is so meek, is so quiet, doesn't take risk, is not ready to be out there, is not ready to put herself out there and all of that. Meanwhile, the ones that we term as baddies are actually the ones who have the audacity to actually go out there, get what they want, and are winning and all of that. So the young ladies I was on her lens with just made me realize that, you know, not made me realize though, because I, to an extent, maybe because of the job I do, I'm privy to some of these things. But they came and they were saying that being a baddie doesn't really necessarily mean that you're doing all the bad things. Being a
Okay.
baddie could actually mean that you have audacity. Being a
Okay.
baddie, it could mean that you are so good at what you do that it's like you are so damn good. So you are so good to the extent that you are bad at it. I don't know if you get it. It's like you're too good on top of this thing. So they could call, for me is the body on air. For me is the body of tech. For me is the body of airlines. So it's like you're so good at what you do to the extent that nobody reach you. So that could actually be a term, that could be used for you doing the good things, you being able to achieve, probably overachieve, you being able to fight every other obstacle around you to see that you get there. So like the Zenith MD right now, the lady, um
Yeah, she's a
yeah,
baddie.
yeah, you can say she's a baddie because I mean she's winning at it. How many bank MDs do we know? Or do we female MDs do we know? So you could say yes, she's actually doing it and doing it right. So those kind set of people you could say baddies, they are baddies, and then there are ones that are actually doing the wrong things to get there. So the ones that are doing the wrong things or taking the wrong decisions to have all of these things like the traveling, the relocating abroad, enjoying soft life, living loud, so the ones that are doing all of those negative things or taking wrong decisions to get there, those ones are the ones that consequences actually catch up with.
Mhm.
Yeah. So now, but if we say so, yeah, then why do bad things happen to maybe
Good
good
people.
ladies? Because the second story now, that we have is about this lady who just fell in love. Oh. Nothing else again. In her good way. She says she's she's a good person. When she loves hard, and she gives everything. She can go from here to wherever just to, keep showing you that yes, I love you. So she met this man. She lives abroad, but she came back to Africa, for some time. And then she met this guy, and because of him, she extended her stay up to 4 months because she thought, they had something. Oh yeah, they actually had something, not that she thought. So now she went back abroad after staying in Africa, and then decided to, what, decided to bring the man over, and she brought him over, started filing for his papers, processing his papers, and it took, for about 6 months thereabouts. She was feeding him, clothing him, doing everything for him. And then, after about 8 months, he started talking to one of their neighbors. And from talking to the neighbors, that's how he got the neighbor pregnant. And then both of them came and met her, and the lady that got pregnant for the guy was not telling her that she should calculate everything that she spent on the guy and let her know she would pay her times two. She'll pay her double of what she spent on the man. And then the man had the effrontery and the audacity to say, after all, I didn't really love you. I only just, continued with you because you stayed abroad and, you
But they
brought me
have
over.
children.
They don't.
Oh.
They don't. So for her now, she's not saying now she's, close to 40. She has not been in a relationship for 3 years. This didn't happen like 3 years ago, and she feels miserable and all of that. So now this lady decided to be a good girl and, stick with the, oh, let me help my man, let me cover his shame, let me not ask for anything. He's somebody I love and all of that. Then a baddie somewhere collected this man from this good girl. And so when you now juxtapose all of these things side by side, are we saying that being good in the good sense of it,
Mhm.
does not pay? Because even my aunt a few days ago was telling me that she was saying, my dear, good girl now doesn't, it's the bad ones that these men like following. If you start showing them pepper, you start showing them shege, that's how they'll be following like flies. But the day you now decide to, but you that you're the good person, trying to see that they are comfortable, they are this, just being the good wife or the good girlfriend, they will leave you and go and follow somebody.
We have ads now.
Yes, we do.
When
All
we
right.
come back, because I have a thing or two to say for this body matter.
Yeah.
When we come back from the gist, from the gist, the gist, I my brain. When we come back from the break, we shall continue this gist. Don't go anywhere. This is the Women Radio.
And Miriam has a funny way of showing us that we have ads and call. Well done, Miriam.
I'll stop.
Hands up to you. All right, we'll be back shortly.
WFM 91.7.
Nigeria, a nation of many languages and many tribes. We will stand together, live together, and grow together. United we stand, united we thrive. This message is brought to you by Women Radio WFM 91.7 FM.
Smart mama.
Yes.
What are you making? I'm making breakfast plus Peak 456 growing up milk.
Breakfast plus Peak 456 growing up milk.
It is fortified with DHA to support brain development. Cereal, pap, just name it. Also has calcium, vitamin D, and high quality protein to make your kids grow strong.
I love it. I will start nourishing my children with Peak 456 growing up milk, fortified with DHA to support brain development.
Grow up strong and smart with Peak 456 growing up milk every day.
Wait, can you hear that?
That's the sound of December. The laughter, the music, the energy that connects us all. Wherever you tune in from, we're on the same frequency, powered by First Bank. Download the First mobile or lit app today and stay tuned to Dirty December's vibe.
You first. First Bank.
Hello, Daddy.
Hello, Diola.
I just want to say that I love you.
Oh, I love you too.
Hello, Daddy. I just want to say again that I love you and I like that we look alike. Hello, Auntie.
Hi, Diola.
How are you?
I'm fine.
How's family? I hope everyone is good. My regards to everyone.
I will, my dear.
Whoa. Diola, this is the third time you're calling me. How much airtime do you need?
Airtime care. When I have Glow Talk Master, I'm basically getting 6 minutes free talk time for every 6 minutes call I make every day, plus 50 MB data bonus. And for new customers like me, I get additional 25 minutes talk time and 1 gigabyte data welcome bonus. That's why I only make calls with my Glow line now.
Enjoy free 6 minutes plus 50 MB data on every 6 minutes call you make in a day on Glow Talk Master. And enjoy a one-time 2,000 Naira welcome bonus. That's a 25 minutes talk time and 1 gigabyte worth of data. Get your Glow line and dial star 606 hash to enjoy. Terms and conditions apply.
Glow Unlimited.
Mom, let's celebrate Christmas at its peak. I want Christmas lights so bright they could see it in space. Wow! I want a Christmas tree so tall players would have to watch out.
Think bigger.
Like what?
Pancakes stacked to the ceiling, delicious eggs, and a peak milk smoothie.
Just for me. Now that's Christmas at its peak.
Because truly, a peak Christmas is Christmas with Peak.
Peak. Reach for your peak.
Are you a business owner, freelancer, or salary earner in Lagos State? Taxes are not just bills to pay. Taxes are investments to develop your Lagos and your future. Women Radio, WFM 91.7, in partnership with Lagos Internal Revenue Service, LIRS, bring you Tax Radio every Wednesday at 5 p.m. and every Friday at 6:05 p.m. with tax experts on your tax rights and tax obligations in Lagos. Tax Radio with LIRS on Women Radio WFM 91.7, Wednesdays at 5 p.m. and Fridays at 6:05 p.m. Empower yourself with your tax rights and obligations in Lagos.
Smart Minds with Kiki, where learning brings fun every Saturday. Tune in and learn a bunch. Hey kiddies, guess what? Smart Mind is here and it's a fun-filled show for kids like you and I. Let's go! Let's go! Join Kiki on Smart Mind every Saturday at 9:30 a.m. on Women Radio 91.7 for a fun time. You get to participate in brainy quizzes and learn about new books with lots of laughter. Let's connect and learn new things together. We will learn and grow together on Smart Mind. Follow me on Instagram at Smart Mind with Kiki for updates and amazing content. Smart Mind every Saturday 9:30 a.m. with Kiki on Women Radio 91.7, where kiddies get a weekly dose of fun time on your Women Radio 91.7. Don't miss it.
Women Radio 91.7, breaking the culture of silence.
All right, yes, this is our lens right here on your Women Radio WFM 91.7, and we're just having conversation as regards to being a baddie, being a good girl, which one pays. Do we really need to, be good to know that we're actually good, or probably we need to be good with some elements of being bad? I don't know. For me, over to you.
I think that the whole good girl no they pay, bad girl no they pay. I try to be careful with it because I've seen situations where girls that were seen as bad girls, and I know that this is like a baddie thing, but when we were growing up, I was growing up, they were called bad girls. But we've seen bad girls that have gotten married, that have children. They will say, "Oh, if you have abortion, you will not have children. Nobody will want to marry you." We've seen. And the girls, we've seen them, and we've seen the girls even really bold about it as well, to say, yeah, and what? And their husbands maybe in the club, and they're okay in their marriage. And we've also seen good girls who married wrong, who married the wrong person, or who even got married and they don't have children. Maybe they got married as a virgin, they don't have children. So I feel like this thing is half and half, because you just don't know which is which. I think for most good girls, there's a lot of naivety there, because if you are naive, you won't know. You can be a good girl but still have sense. But what I've seen with good girls, quote and unquote, is they are so good, it's like they don't know their left from their right. And the normal life principles that they should apply in their lives, they don't apply it. So for me, that bad bad girl, good girl situation is half and half for me, because I've also seen good girls that their marriages have been successful or their lives have been successful. I've seen bad girls who it just went downhill from there. So I think that, but then again, what again is this bad girl? Is it that the girl is bad because she's streetwise? Is she street smart? Calling her as bad girl, or she just seems to be able to go with the flow with plenty things? We don't know. So that's why I can't give like an outright, oh, it's true. But do I think that bad good girl know they pay? Yes, sometimes. Because that good girl behavior sometimes is that you're allowing people bobo you, or you're allowing people take you for a ride. And when you're meant to put your foot down and take a stand, you're coming, oh, be a good girl. I don't want to disrespect you. Sometimes you need to disrespect the person. So the person will know that you cannot take me for a fool.
Yeah.
I think those are my thoughts on that one. Then with the woman who went abroad, honestly, I feel for her. I really do. It's God that is helping everybody, to be honest. Because
Honestly, sure.
because everything is a leap of faith. You don't know. Every day you are praying that, oh, let this person not disappoint me. Every day you're praying that, oh, you are having faith that, I'm hoping that this venture I'm about to go into, it will work. Almost God as ever. But that's why I particularly am not a fan of long distance relationships. But in this case, she was already married to the man, so I don't know. But I'm not a fan at all of
married
it.
to the man.
Was she married? Or maybe she was not.
They didn't get married. They didn't get married. She just brought him abroad, and he was staying with her, she was trying to process her paper so that he can get a job, be able to live, and all of that. So in the space of trying to get all of these things done, within the 8 months he stayed with her. That's when he started talking to somebody else, and another African, in the same community, and before you know it, he got that one pregnant.
No, I don't believe in long distance relationships. I don't. And that's my thought on it. I don't have any, oh, maybe. No, I don't believe in it.
What would you necessarily call it long distance in this case? Because they were living together in the same community.
Yeah, but you know that she had gone, the guy was back in Nigeria,
Yeah, it is true. That's true.
I don't believe in it because, and I think for me is that when there's a lot of time that's passed between you and the person that you're with, 6 months, 1 year, I feel like it takes a lot of faith to say, oh, let the person come. You don't know if, excuse me, you don't even know the person is that same person again. Even you and your husband are living together. As you are living together, you're changing. Maybe you're learning. Well, let me give you an example. The way I was 10 years ago, when did I meet my husband? 12 years, 13 years ago. Oh my gosh.
I like that realization. Like you have been living with one man, one person for that long. Yeah.
The way I was that time is not the way I am now. Sometimes we butt heads on certain things, and that's because everybody's learning process is different. But then because you're seeing each other irregularly, you're able to carry each other along. It's just that one person will be like, I don't agree what you're saying. How much more the person is living in Obodo Imbo, you are now back. When the person comes, you don't know what the person has been up to in your absence. It is fake. So I think that before you now say anything, you should be able to, I don't know, that's why the spirit of discernment is important. Like discern whether this is a good venture or not. A lot of times women have clouded their brain with love. And I'm not saying love is not good, but as you're using love, open your eye at the same time and have sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That's
I don't
just
know.
it.
Because I think we're always the ones at the receiving. Okay, no, say most times women are always the ones at the receiving end. I'm not saying that they're not women who do these kind of things, but when you check the ratio, it's always you see mostly as women being at the receiving end of this kind of things, and it's just so sad.
It is. We're the ones at the receiving end because see this one now gone safe. Now woman I do woman. Because tell me how you will know that this man that comes to see you is living with another woman who is trying to because you know of their existence together. You know that it's this woman that brought this man from Nigeria or from Africa, and she put him, she's feeding him, she's doing everything. You know, quite sure. In fact, you have been neighbors with this woman for so long, because the lady said she stays in her own house. So you've been living, close to this lady for so long. You know when this man started staying with her. You know the story of how this man started staying with her and why he's been staying with her like for 6 months, 7 months without him going out to work or doing anything. He only just started talking to you a few months back. So tell me why you think you can stand up, take an easy advantage. I mean, you now you then went to collect the man. In what you shall woman if you collect man, a man will want make himself collectible, now they collect. That's one thing. So tell me why you would now want to harm or hurt another woman just because this. So what has the man told you that has made you want to betray your gender? Because if this man used you to leave that woman, he can as well use another woman to leave you. Do you understand? If he can do this to one woman, what's giving you the assurance that even after you're pregnant for him, he will not get up tomorrow and leave you? Because apparently she's probably richer than the woman that brought the man from, Africa. If she's saying that calculate every penny that you have spent on him, I will pay you and I will pay you double. So that means, she's probably doing much better than this one that brought the man abroad. And the lady that brought him said she didn't collect any penny from them and all of that. But you can see that she's still pained and she has not let it go. 3 years after is when she's sharing the story. And she's still saying that, well, she's single and she feels miserable. That means she's still carrying this thing inside her. And it will be very hard for her to actually want to get somebody to come into that space again, or to even want to trust, to the extent that she loves. So why at the end? So sometimes when some people will say, or when you hear statement like, "Na woman, I dey do woman," or "Na woman be the weapon fashioned against woman," now this is not the cause. And this one now that decided to be good, decided to help. We have lots of women like this, even close to us, beside us, that, because of love, probably they disobey their parents. Because of love, they stay away from their friends. Because of love they found, or because of the love they think they are experiencing, they completely stay away from friends or anybody that would want to say a bad thing or a wrong thing as regards the relationship they are having. And then, at the end of the day, the man just keeps taking from them until, he leaves her empty, until he leaves her in a shadow of herself. And then she has to fall back to those people that she didn't know she needed, or she has to fall back to those people who she refused to listen to. I know most times it happens both ways, because some men too have their own share of experience, as of that. But it's just one kind. Because even when I was talking to Launch Vibes crew as regards this, Bella shared a story about one of her friends too, who kept giving and giving and giving to this particular person, and this man was using it to give his chick, his side chick. Is that one that was now the main chick, and this one that was giving all the money and everything was the side chick. So how do we then go about it? Does this stop us from being the good people that we are? Because we have people who have changed for me because of these experiences. They are no longer the good people that but instead they've decided to say, oh, if this is it, me too, I will not be left behind. Me self, let me show that I am street smart, I am this, I am that. But at the end, it doesn't pay them. Now them, they probably fall into trouble more than, and then for some that once they change, it worked out for them. So I mean, you can never, for this life here, I don't think you can sit down and say this is the rule book for this life. You can't sit down and say, oh, I have known how to live life, or I have been able to put together rules of living this life, or what they call it, or a guide to living this life. A manual, it's manual, yeah, that's the word I'm looking for. You can't sit down and say you've put together a manual of this life, because as you're putting it together, somebody else will come and tell you, no, it did not happen to me like that, or that's not how it happened to me. It happened to me in another way. So that's just it. If you're a good person, have continue your goodness. If you are a bad person and you don't see any need to change and it's working out for you, please, by all means, carry your cross.
Yeah.
Carry it on your head, Jeje, but don't go and drop it on that person's head. Umbano. Carry it and just keep going. And that's just it. So, and this being good does not mean that you should not be wise. Being good does not mean that you should not be street smart. Being good does not mean that you should not have audacity to go for what you want. Being good does not mean that when you see the wrong things, you're able to talk it down. Being good does not mean that you are sitting down there collecting remnants, or you are just by the side and life is just passing you by. Being good does not mean that you're not able to go ahead and achieve things that people think you will not achieve just because you are a woman, or just because they're labeling you in some kind of way. So that's just it. If you can do all of these things and somebody is calling you bad because you want to speak against some kind of stereotypes, or you want to break the circle of your family, or you want to break the kind of stigma that comes with things that has happened in the past, because you want to break that circle, because you no longer want to be in that place where you are being abused, you are being sexually assaulted, because you want to break from that chain, or you want to break from that circle, and somebody saying you have not turned to a bad person, please, by all means, call me a bad person and let's move on. I accept it. If you say I'm bad, I agree I'm bad. Let us just go, because I know what I want to break from. I know what I want to get away from. Okay, so but if you sit down and say, oh, because this is what they will call me, they will say I'm now a bad person, they'll say I'm now this, and then you keep sitting down in that mediocre life of yours. I'm sorry.
God forbid.
That's where you will remain. And the people that are calling you the bad person, the bad kineko, that's still them that will cause you that you refuse to see the light and live there. So what are we saying? So if for the fact that I have the audacity, I'm street smart, I'm able to make decisions, I'm a go-getter and all of that, you call me a bad person, please. I agree. I can go and add it to my certificates. Rose bad, Yusuf Kaisar, fine. I will carry the bad as like a badge of honor and walk around with it. As far as I'm getting what I want.
I know that my conscience is clear. My hands are clean.
Exactly. I can't sit down in a circle where we have probably 78% of men or 88% of men, and you tell me that, oh, it's my good nature that took me there. No, I must have stepped on some people's toes. I must have disagreed with a lot of them. We must have probably had some kind of, back and forth as regards to maybe the project or work or something to get me to where I am. So if that is what you will call and say I'm rude, if that's what you will call and say this girl is a bad girl, this girl does not have respect, she's displeased, by all means, bring it on. As far as I get there.
Carry on.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
Life does not have a manual to it. It doesn't have a manual to it. As long as your conscience is clear, like Fumi said, you never keep person. You go poison person. You no wish anybody bad. You just live your own life. They go like that, jejely. You are, achieving things. You're getting there, not minding what people are saying. Nothing. Please, just go ahead and be the bad that they think that you are, with a clear conscience. So yeah, I think that's just where we'll leave it at, because sometimes being meek, being calm, being being all of those things, a lot of times does not give you what you want. A lot of times doesn't give you what you want. All right, Femi, let's have your last words on this, and then we call it a day here.
It's just to continue from what you said, just make sure that your conscience is clean. Your hands are, don't let people walk over you, because once they start walking over you, they start walking, they continue, it doesn't end, and then you don't know how to get yourself anymore. So yeah, just make sure you're a good person. We're not saying don't love, because a lot of times you get heartbroken and you're like, oh, I'm not loving again, anything. But just love with sense. Open your eye and love.
Open your mind. Yeah. Shine your eye well.
As a baddie as well, like Rose had said, being a baddie is not just about being a bad girl. It's you having audacity, tenacity, you putting in the work. So don't let people tell you otherwise. at the end of the day, this life is not going to give you things for free unless you demand for it. So those are
Sure.
my last.
Okay. All right, this is where we wrap it up for today on the program, Helen. I guess we'll meet again on Monday. Like we said, Helen's family, Buki, Susan, and of course Ibinabo. We had to give them a break, to just have a great time this Christmas and New Year. They'll be back by the 5th of January. So definitely we'll have them back by God's grace, and they'll tell us all about their Christmas holidays. So like we say also, if you have ideas on how we can make our lens better for next year, please do well to send it to us on 07000. No. On 070-317-56537. So yeah, do well to send in those. Let's get to hear from you and see how we can make our lens better for you next year. So yeah, and then would love to say thank you for being part of today's conversation. Right here at Women Radio, we're super proud to be your voice. We're super proud to give you that chance, that space also to lend your voice to a lot of different issues that we get to talk about, especially as regards to women. So for you to help us expand our reach and to keep bringing you all of these programs that you love, we are inviting you to partner with us, okay? Please do well to partner with us. Your voluntary donations will empower us to stay independent and more impactful. So do want to support us by sending us any amount at all, 1,000, 2,000, 1,500, all of that, 2,000, 20,000, 50,000. In fact, we'll receive 1.5. We'll receive 2 million, no problem. We'll receive it all. Please do well to please send your donations to St. Ives Communications, Sterling Bank, St. Ives Communications, Sterling Bank. The account number is 0053 0053 068 568 0053 068 568. All right, so that is the account number and Sterling Bank. Every contribution strengthens our community. Thank you for standing by us once more as you get to support us to keep going. All right, so for me, we'll meet again on Monday, God's willing.
Monday, yes.
Yeah.
Have a great weekend.
You too. You too. A Merry Christmas in arrears and happy Boxing. Why do I keep mixing this word? Boxing Day.
It's
Yeah.
okay.